Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming back and watching. I really appreciate it. So I originally had filmed the hair tutorial after I did my makeup yesterday, and the whole thing just didn't upload, so I was really crabby. So I'm gonna retry to do it today, and this is like a really simple way of doing kind of a modern vintage hairstyle if you like that kind of stuff. So we'll get started. So I have sponge curlers in from last night, and this one's a little loose. Anyway, so basically the same thing that I had tried to film yesterday was that I do my curlers, I do 2 on the sides, and then I do I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 or 6 all the way down the back, rolling all of them underneath. And obviously when you sleep on them, they get a little janky. Another trick too, to keep from getting that line right there, if you do sleep on them, is when you roll them under like this, and go up, to just close them and then take a bobby pin and roll it down and then put your bobby pin in just like that, and it'll hold it. Obviously that one got a little bit loose, but it's like 10 o'clock in the morning and I've had them in all morning because I've been running around, so they got a little crazy. But this will keep it from getting that line there, which is horrible when you're trying to like do your hair and you got those lines. It's just not good. So anyways, I will get the rest of these out here really quick, and you can do them. I usually bobby pin the first 3 on the top as well, so that way I don't have lines on the top too, because that looks pretty janky. So just getting those out, and voila, we are done with that. So then I just run my hands. Oh, I missed one, sorry. This one also has a bobby pin in it. So I usually just run my hands through the curls and just get them, just kind of undo them. And now my hair is like a day old. I haven't washed it in a day, so curl always just sticks better when you have old hair, if that makes any sense. So then I just take a really flat comb like this, and I just go right where I want it to be parted. I'm sorry, my nose has been like congested, I think. Excuse me, I'm getting allergies or something. So, you know, those lovely springtime allergies. So then I just, sorry again, my lighting is not that great. I was trying to get better lighting today, but so then you just want to kind of go through with your fingers, and you know, I kind of put my curlers in the way I want my hair to look the next day, so the way you put them in is going to kind of determine that, if it makes sense. So the super easy part of this is the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the comb again, and I'm going to pull this back. So, you know, you kind of want to pull it almost back behind your ear, and then you're going to pin it into place. Now, you can use one of those little combs to put it into place too, and I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to use this comb. It's vintage. It has like little sparkles on it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that right over the bobby pins, and I'm just going to push it forward if I can get the bottom part to stay. Just kind of like that. And this part I'm just going to leave very loose. And again, sometimes you just have to kind of play with it until you get it to set the way you want it, because curls can be very unruly. It's crazy. So then I'm just going to take my brush, and I'm going to take kind of the back part of my crown, kind of smooth the back part of it down. This is going to fall out, so I'm going to have to put this back in. And then just kind of back comb it just a little bit. And I like to use, sorry, this just fell. I like to use this L'Oreal Boosted High Lift Creation Spray. It's amazing. This stuff gives you volume for days. It's awesome. So just spray that at the crown. and then back comb just a tiny little bit more, and then go over the top and just smooth it. Now I have fine hair, so this stuff works so good. It's better than hairspray because it has kind of like a little bit of a tackiness to it, so it, I don't know, it just kind of gives it a little bit more lift. And I'm going to do this little part right here too. So I'm going to pull that up and just back comb it a little bit. And again, I'm going to spray it right in there and then just go and smooth over the top. I'm going to run my comb through this section because it's not really wanting to do what it needs to do. And you're going to find that happens a lot with hair. It just doesn't stay where you want it to. It's frustrating. So, we'll try the bobby pins again. I'm going to just take this little thing that is not curling, and I'm going to go this way with the curling iron. And I hope it stays. And that's not too bad. So, this is, like I said, this is just a super easy way to kind of just give it a little bit of a vintage flair. Obviously, this isn't a true vintage style, but it's kind of nice if you want to just have something a little bit vintage looking, but yet keep it a little modern too, you know, just if you're going out and about like I am today. I'm not doing anything that's really crazy, so just gonna kind of keep it simple. And then I would just kind of grab it up here, give it a little spray. Again, you just kind of got to play with the curls just to get them to lay where you want them to. The hairspray that I'm using today is the Got2b Glam Force High Hold Hairspray by Schwarzkopf, and I really like this stuff. It works really well for my hair. Normally I wear the Big Sexy hairspray, but this stuff, I don't know, I've kind of really started to like it. And it has kind of a good smell to it too. So now I'm just kind of spraying and trying to get some of those little hairs to stay out of the way. And now I feel like this side is actually really coming together. Sometimes you just gotta recurl it with a curling iron or something just to kind of get the look that you want. But basically, this is such an easy look. You can have this done within, I would say, 10 minutes flat. I mean, it takes me longer on the video because I got to talk through the whole thing and, you know, but it's really easy. So then just go through the back and kind of pull apart the curls with your hand and then spray them too so that it holds all day. Because sometimes people forget about the back of their hair. They just spray the front and they smooth it down, and then later on they're like, oh my god, what happened to all my curls? And it's like, well, you didn't spray the back. So you gotta like make sure that, you know, the back has got a lot of hairspray in it. Anyways, that's it. There's not a lot to it, like I said, but this is like my pretty much my everyday go-to look, or I don't know, just the hair I wear on an everyday basis, because it gives you a little bit of that glam look. Now today, obviously, I don't have a true vintage makeup going. I don't have the red lips. I'm using a 24-hour color lip stain just like I did in my other video, but this one is like in a wine color, so it's a lot darker. But if it, you know, if you're wanting to do something just kind of simple and vintage, this is probably the best way to do it. And like I said, I was gonna use this little comb, and I might still try to get it in there. I don't know if it'll fit. It might, because I wanted to kind of put it in there, but it is a little bit long, so I don't know if it'll fit on the side of my head or not. But something like that, you can add in like flowers right there, or, you know, obviously the little this little doohickey, whatever you call it, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so if you guys have any questions about it or wonder, I don't know, like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. There's not a lot to it, but it is, I don't know, I like it. It's kind of cute. And I've had people comment like, oh, it's kind of like old looking. I don't really know what that means, but I'm guessing they meant vintage, but they said old. I'm hoping. because, you know, I am getting old. But I'm going to try to turn around so you guys can see it in the mirror. Hopefully you can see it. I don't know. But this is kind of what the back would look like. And, you know, you can play with it. Bump this crown up a little higher if you want. You know, whatever you think looks best on you. So, or you could even go on this side and pull that side up too. You could also do a pin curl with the top of this, if the crown, if you wanted. You could bring the whole thing up and kind of make an just an updo, and then you could wrap a bandana around it. There's so much that you could do with this hairstyle. Obviously my hair is a lot shorter, but even if you have long hair, spongies are great for long hair because they just, I mean, literally they give you so much volume that they just bring your hair up and it'll make it shorter than it normally would be if you have, you know, shoulder length or longer hair. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would like to see more, I plan on doing some more hair and makeup tutorials, and maybe even some cooking tutorials too, just on some really simple basic recipes that I do. Give my channel a like if you would, or maybe share it with somebody who would also like to watch it. And if you want to subscribe, that'd be awesome. And anyways, I hope you guys have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next time. Bye.